For those of you that aren't really into boats, or into watching me rip carpet up for Never Never, you'll be glad to know this should be the last boat video of the year. With the days getting shorter, there just isn't enough time after work for me to get much done. And we have a lot of indoor projects, yard work, and car repairs coming up that will be taking up most of my weekends. We may still film a bit when we go out in the lake, but other than deep cleaning the seats, the boat projects will be wrapped up until spring. Between a busy work schedule and rainstorms, this video has already taken way longer than it should have. I still enjoyed it though, and there's definitely progress being made. If you stick around to the end of the video, you can even get some input on what color I should use when I coat the floors. I also wanted to give a quick hydrilla update. You can see here that the hydrilla is pretty much gone. The water's pretty muddy at the moment since we've had monsoon rains every other day lately, but even when it's more clear, the cove is back to normal. And we're back. So it is Labor Day weekend. We actually have some time to get down here, relax on the boat. The problem is the boat is filthy. So my first order of business here is to get these seats cleaned up a little bit so Shanna can actually hang out with me. And then after that, I'm going to get back to this flooring up here and see if I can get more of that glue off there and start finishing the rest of the carpet. I need to get like attachments for the drill.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to get down in that better. Some kind of foaming thing. Don't want to bleach it. Several years ago at our old house in Anderson, we decided to redo the floors. It was a cheaper laminate floor someone had put down. The problem was they decided to glue it down, and it was OSB subfloors. I then had to take the Sawzall with the scraper blade attachment and go across the entire floor. It took forever and just took the entire floor up in chips. As I sit out here in the sun just baking doing this project, I think back to that house in Anderson and how horrible that one was. At least now I'm floating on the lake, getting some sun, and have Shanna to keep me company.
Is that section right there?
Tough. Well, then I got to get to the front. Before we can take it out, I've got to get that front corner light piece back together. And I got to decide if I'm going to take apart the stuff over here to get that carpet out. I got to get that carpet out. I won't have to get that carpet out to take it out, but
yeah.
see, Todd and Aaron were smart to get a pool instead of a lake and a boat.
Land in the pool, I'll stay in my little camper.
Yep.
Get a pool.
Yeah, have our land, a trailer, a barn, and a pool.
Yep.
That's all we need. So normally we go down to Twin Bridges Marina to get our gas, but last time I was out we ran it pretty dang low, and I didn't feel like on Labor Day going down there and fighting with the crowds, so we just stopped, got 5 gallons. I'll siphon it in this way and we'll go from there. So if I come down and start it once a week, first time it starts. Once I let it sit 2-3, normally it gets like this where I'll have to take a couple attempts. But once she gets going, it'll level out after about 5 minutes. I just let it get warmed up, let all those seals get conditioned properly, and then I'll turn her back off. Hopefully later today weather holds a little bit and we can take her out. For those of you that aren't familiar with boats, this is kind of normal for a 2-stroke. You actually want it to smoke like this. This is why I'm an advocate for electric pontoon boats. So it's been about 5 minutes and you can see the RPMs just level right out, right about 1,000. So once it gets to that point, I know I'm usually pretty good. So this is the part I've been dreading a little bit. You can see this carpet down under the captain's chair just gets absolutely nasty. And it's also a really tight spot, so now I've got to try to contort myself to get down in here and get this all cut out. When I first started pulling up the carpet, my plan was to get it all out of here and then just use a spray-on liner and make the whole floor white. After doing a sample section, I've decided I don't want to go with white. When the sun was blazing down on it, it was just almost blinding. I got online and started researching some other products. I did find a marine-specific one called Durabak. As you can see on their website, they've got a lot of different color options. I'm unsure which color I'm going to go with. I'm leaning towards a tan just to match what the carpet was, that way it matches the rest of the interior. I'd kind of like to change the color though, but I'm not sure if another color would look okay. You guys take a look and let me know what you think. The carpet's all up and most of the glue is up. It's looking pretty good. I have a few spots to touch up. But overall, not too bad. The next thing I've got to do is get all these seams filled. You can see where they put the fiberglass subpanels together. There's a crack going across. The carpet covered this okay, but now I'm going to have to find a way to fill it. I'll probably just get a marine caulking and fill that across as long as it's paintable. Then you can also see the hardware fasteners they use to connect the two panels. I'm going to have to find a way to smooth these out so it's not a high spot. I thought about fiberglassing over them. I'm not sure if I'll do that or if I'll just use some kind of other epoxy to smooth out the edges and then just paint over it and have a little bit of a hump. If any of you have any other ideas on how to get around that, please comment below and let me know. Well, all the carpet's up and out of here now, so this pretty much wraps up this project. We'll still do a little bit of work through the winter. I got to get all these dang seats cleaned up. We did find a procedure online of using some CLR product and magic erasers and combination of a few other things that you can get all this stuff off, so we're going to give that a try. But other than that, boat project should be done for the year. Just clean seats up a little bit and go enjoy it actually.